Previously on Octane Academy. Out of thousands who applied, 24 amateur drivers battled it out at the Octane Academy draft. Tanner Faust, Vaughn Gittin Jr., Brian Deegan, and Ken Block each selected 4 drivers for their teams. Robert Strohmeyer, winner of Camp Faust, and Jonathan Neeren, winner of Camp Gittin Jr., will join recent Camp Deegan winner Burton Jenner in the Octane Academy finale.
Come on, that's what's up!
Burton took it home!
Ah! It's over!
We're coming to take you down!
Now Jason Rabe, Tyler Deal, Kyle Gagliardi, and Greg Munder will go head-to-head, but only one will win the right to represent Ken Block and take the last remaining spot in the Octane Academy finale.
It's go big or go home right now. I want to win.
This is Mr. Kit Cope.
I've been kicked out so many times. Now I'm here, so this is my show. They don't stand a chance against me. I'm gonna beat these guys.
They're my friends, but right now they're my competitors.
That was intense.
Ford Racing pros, Brian Deegan, Tanner Faust, Ken Block, and Vaughn Gittin Jr. are looking for the next motorsports superstar. The one driver who has what it takes to win it all at Octane Academy.
For my camp, we're really looking to test the contestants in a few different disciplines of motorsport. It's what I do. I race everything from Gymkhana to stage rally to RallyCross and the X Games. For me, the variety is actually key. I really enjoy that, and I enjoy pushing myself always to learn and get better at all these different areas. I've been very lucky to grow up around a lot of pros in various sports, from Ricky Carmichael to guys like Danny Way, and the amount of effort that he put in. All that stuff helped to influence me for literally 25 years. Once I became a race car driver, I started applying all that stuff to try and be the best that I could be.
Take control.
Really, at the end of the day, I want to win the overall and use my skill to help whoever rises to the top at my camp. Take it all in there. In the draft, my first pick was Tyler Deal. The fact that he lived near a track and he had a lot of time invested at that track, that just meant a lot to me as far as experience. I think I took a bit of a risk with Tyler, but in the end, I thought it was a smart risk.
I want this so bad just to make racing my full entire life. To get to this point and actually make it to be one of the 4 in the camp, it's a huge deal to me. I mean, like, racing is my dream, and this is a great stepping stone for me. So I'm just really stoked to be able to be here, meet Ken Block, and just have this opportunity to show my skills.
He proved why he was my #1, nice and clean. Greg Munder, to me, was a guy that looked like he had some natural talent.
Ah, there we go. Big dog in there. There it is. That's the best start yet.
Natural talent and drive can go a long ways in certain sports, and sometimes those people just need a chance.
You need one big event to really be that big break, and right now I think this is that for me. You dream about it forever and it seems so far away. It's here, it's now, it's in front of me, and I want to capitalize on it. And for him to pick me, that's the moment. It's on, it's go time.
Yeah. There you go! Yeah! Finally!
The winner of this is going to take this and go somewhere, and I want to be that guy.
I picked Kyle Gagliardi mainly because he had some good experience and also he performed well in the draft.
It feels great to be picked by Ken because he's doing what I aspire to ultimately do. He's a rallycross driver. He runs stage rally. That's what I do.
Little Scandinavian flick there, just trying to show off.
Kind of knows that I am a rally driver, so he's gonna probably be more critical with me.
The downside to younger guys is lack of experience, potentially cracking under pressure.
They're my friends, but right now they're my competitors. It's definitely gonna come down to, you know, me going out there, showing everybody what I got, coming out on top, and definitely winning.
Jason Rabe, chasing the dream hard.
Jason Rabe, he was sort of the underdog. You know, one of the last ones picked in the draft.
I was the last guy to be called, so I got a lot more to prove. I feel like I got to redeem myself a little bit, and that's what I'm here to do today.
You saw that he knew that he was struggling, that he was not excelling, and there at the end, he really put in a huge effort to try and make up for that.
And obviously we have two left, and Jason, you're up.
3 years ago, I would have never pictured this in my wild dreams, that I would have this opportunity. I'm 29 years old, not getting any younger, and this is my shot, man. I've been kicked down so many times. Honestly, I believe I was born to race cars, and I don't want to do anything else. So I'll let the driving do the talking.
Over the coming days, the skills of these amateur drivers will be tested, both mentally and physically, as they compete in 4 challenges. In the end, only one will move on to represent Ken Block in the Octane Academy finale. Coming up next.
I'm actually pretty impressed by the 4 guys that I have here. Hopefully that my guy that comes out of my camp actually wins this whole thing.
Octane Academy is brought to you by Ford, Go Further, and by Ally Sports.
Ken, we are here at the San Bernardino International Airport with your team. You had first pick because you won last year's Octane Academy. You have a pretty stacked team right here.
I'm actually pretty impressed by the 4 guys that I have here. It's awesome to be able to whittle it down to, you know, the best one and then be able to give them an opportunity to take it further. I'm really happy to be a part of that and look to see, hopefully, that my guy that comes out of my camp actually wins this whole thing.
All right, well, let's see if you can make it 2 for 2. Let's get these guys behind the wheel and see what they've got.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Welcome to the lovely San Bernardino Airport. Good seeing you guys again. We're gonna see who's the best of you 4, all based on timing and performance. The first challenge is the Fiesta ST Off-Road Rally. The course is designed to kind of give you a mix of a few little quicker turns to some sweeping cambered stuff and a couple even tighter hairpin things. These cars have been lightly modified for this competition, so they have a roll bar, 4-point harnesses, and skid plates. They're very well set up for what we're doing here. You're gonna get 2 laps. Try and learn the car, try and memorize the course. And it's also what really makes race car drivers stand apart from other people, is being able to adapt to the vehicles, adapt to the courses, memorize the courses, and then figure out how to go fast. That's it. Who's up first?
That'd be me.
All right, let's get to it.
Yeah, well, I gotta change my driving style, you know, within 2 laps and kind of figure it out as fast as I can. And this is the 3rd time I've gone first in the challenges, and that's always worked out well for me, I guess. You know, it's got me this far.
All right, Ken, Kyle is up now. He's ready to put down his 2 laps.
He's done several stage rallies, and he's done some rallycross, so as far as being out on loose surfaces, kind of expect him to potentially to do the best. Saw him using the handbrake there on that turn because you want to make sure you link those 2 turns quite well together. So far, it looks good. It looks to me like he's potentially overdriving a little bit. Get into a competition, okay, gotta push it everywhere. And you can actually end up going slower because you push too hard and hit the banks and all that sort of stuff.
Ken, what do you think as far as, you said he might be overdriving a little bit as he comes down here through the finish line. Overall, what do you think of Kyle's performance?
I think that he's done quite well. 2 quick laps, I think that from what I can see. We'll see what the clock says, though.
Sit back and wait. Can't do anything about it now. Good luck, man.
To shave some of the time off, I think a big issue out here is traction. These are powerful cars. Not mashing the throttle, not just spinning the tires through first and second, but modulating the throttle, making sure you're coming out of the corner as fast as you can rather than just planing the throttle.
Well, you can see right off the bat that he's pushed it a little hard in that first corner and gone wide and hit some cones. All right, let's see if he can correct his mistake on the first lap in this corner. Yep, much cleaner. Oh, nope, ended up way too wide there.
Obviously, it looks like he might be having a little bit of trouble anticipating the turns.
It just looks to me that some time to go to actually get it as figured out as Kyle did. Not that Greg's doing a bad job, it's just that we saw sort of the guy with the rally experience right off the bat, and I don't think Greg has as much of that experience.
Okay, well, here we go. Greg coming through the finish line here. Gonna see how he's stacked up against Kyle.
Coming up next.
Number 1 pick.
This is your number 1 pick right here. That aggressive style, let's see if it pays off for him.
Back at the San Bernardino Airport, Kyle Gagliardi and Greg Munder have completed their laps on the Fiesta ST rally course. Next up is Jason Rabe.
So it's just debating which line I want to do right now. Is sliding around or be, more on a rail, so.
Jason Rabe right now, he does not have very much experience in dirt. All right, here we go. The lap has started, the rolling start.
He's actually driving quite clean. Tendency in the beginning of these things is for these guys to push too hard. It seems like he's trying to find that balance between grip and spinning wheels.
Jason carrying a lot more speed right now. Ooh, bogging on the corner a little bit. Here we go, Jason coming around the final corner here.
For having limited RallyCross or rally experience, I felt like I did pretty well. Just the way the car felt, trying to keep it balanced and not really thrashing it around, which I may have to do a little more, get a little more practice doing that stuff. That's a lot to do.
This is Tyler. This is the last competitor to go in this challenge right here.
And this was Tyler, my number 1 pick.
This is your number 1 pick. Watching these guys come through here, you talk a lot about getting rotation of the car around corners. In a front-wheel drive car like this on loose surface, what's a tip that you could give people to get the car to actually do what you want it to?
Really, the most important thing is really braking hard and braking late to get the car to weight transfer up to the front so then the rear end gets light and you're able to slide it around how you want.
Tyler coming in here through the last turn, that aggressive style, see if it pays off for him.
I think it looked pretty good, but I don't think maybe as aggressive as Kyle, so we'll see how this plays out in the times.
All right, guys, the first challenge is over and done with, the Fiesta ST Rally Challenge. Ken, you have the times?
The slowest time out there and in 4th place is Jason. That leads us to our 3rd fastest, which was Greg. So the final 2 came down to the guy that went first and the guy that went last. So Tyler, you ended up second, which means Kyle Gagliardi first.
Sweet. Wow.
How's it feel?
Feels good.
That more aggressive style worked a bit better on this course.
All right, so you've won the first challenge. It isn't over yet, it's just starting. You guys ready for it?
Definitely.
All right, let's go.
Coming up next.
This is Mr. Kit Cope, 4-time world champion Muay Thai kickboxer. Oh, good luck. Well, for my camp, we're really looking to test the contestants in a few different disciplines. And of course, we have to throw in a difficult twist for them to do completely out of the box. You know, I've always put a lot of emphasis on physically being in the best condition. I don't need a ton of muscle to turn a steering wheel and push some pedals, but I need to be able to react. I need good hand-eye coordination. I need to see and identify something in milliseconds and be able to change my line. So it's all those things that to me are ultimately very, very important for a race car driver, especially when you want to get to the highest level. You know, bringing in a 4-time world champion kickboxer, I think it's going to be good. Hey guys. Welcome to challenge number 2. This is Mr. Kit Cope, 4-time world champion Muay Thai kickboxer, and my personal trainer at this time. We've devised a couple little things to challenge you guys. For car racing, it's all about timing and hand-eye coordination and reaction. So basically, we're gonna put you guys through a couple exercises.
These are exercises designed to improve your cognitive speed, reactionary speed, and also we'll get into just a little bit of general physical fitness, which I'm sure you guys will find delightful.
Good luck.
I have no experience boxing, karate, taekwondo, anything like that. I've never done anything of the sort.
Before stepping into the ring, Kit Cope will put the drivers through a series of endurance and reaction exercises, much like his training sessions with Ken Block.
All right, let's get going.
Let's go. Get up. Oh, wow, that's cute. That's cute.
Wow. You either had sisters or no friends when you were a kid.
Attack!
1, 2, 3, 4, very nice. 5, 8, 6, 7, 8. You're making contact. Not gonna hurt anybody with that, but you're making contact. Pull it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Move. 4, 5, 6, 7. Up, hook, 8. Up, hook, 9. Up, hook, 10. Dime.
With the training complete, each contestant will go 2 rounds with 4-time world kickboxing champion Kit Cope. They'll be judged on overall aggressiveness, their ability to defend themselves, and the number of punches landed.
Evil Kyle, you will get 2 rounds, both consisting of 1 minute. The first round, you will be the aggressor. I'm gonna keep you honest. If your hands are down, I'm gonna let you know in the form of a text message or a punch to your face. Sound good? Oh, there it goes.
That was a good kick or two, too.
Yeah, it was a good first right off. It looked like a wind-up for a left hand.
Probably.
And if you notice, every single one of those punches meant.
Good job, brother. Good job.
I feel like I came into it maybe a little too timid, and I should have taken just more swings. I don't know how much harder I could have pushed it regardless. We will see.
Was not expecting that.
Defend thyself!
Good job.
That was a long minute. Long 2 minutes, actually. Thought it was gonna be worse, but no, I mean, I felt like I held my own a little bit. I went for it all.
So the interesting thing for me to watch is really seeing differences in personalities. And the funny thing for this too is like, you know, it's gnarly, like getting in the ring with this dude, like that's pretty gnarly. But you're thrown to the wolves, like figure it out. I give them a lot of credit for getting in there, figuring out what they got to do. And you can see they start off a little rough, but they've done pretty good.
It's exhausting. 2 minutes seems like an eternity. He's quick. It's like racing a car. There's a lot of things coming at you. You have to know how to react and how to be aggressive.
The real deal, the real deal, real deal, Holyfield.
Him and I are neck and neck. We know where we're at against each other.
Oh, that's tough. I've never done that before.
Yeah, that's good.
That was my first time actually ever being in a ring, having to defend and fight. I was just trying to be calm and cool. I mean, I've never done this before. That was a new experience. It was tough. I'm sure he could have knocked me out if he wanted to, but I'm glad he didn't.
Fun though, huh?
Yeah, it's a blast.
We just wrapped up the final stage of the Ken Block Kickboxing Training Challenge. Ken, this is something completely new for these guys. How do you think they took this experience?
Well, I thought it actually went really well. You guys actually got in the ring and did 2 minutes with him. I've actually never done that. So, so you guys have done something I haven't done. It's good to see each one of you guys adapt, use what you had learned. Some people ran, some people, you know, moved.
I think everybody hit me. And some were really, really trying to hit me. And some paid the price for it. But no, actually, I was actually surprised by every single one of them.
All right, guys, so I'm going to reveal to you who won this challenge. Jason, you ended up in 4th place. There was a tie for 2nd between Greg and Tyler. So Kyle, you've won this challenge.
Sweet. Gotta keep doing what I'm doing. Gotta continue staying focused if I want to win this next challenge. I don't want to see anybody come out and, you know, sweep it right out from under me. So I want to definitely go out there again tomorrow and just keep it going, keep the pressure on everybody, keep everybody else on their toes, get inside their heads a little bit, and, you know, try to make it to the final challenge and then ultimately on to the actual finale.
Coming up next.
We'll see if they're able to handle the pressure. Oh, I just made a huge mistake.
Way wide.
Ken Block takes the drivers to the tarmac at San Bernardino Airport for the Fiesta ST Autocross Challenge. Having placed first in the 2 previous challenges, Kyle Gagliardi has won the right to compete against the winner of this challenge to determine who will represent Ken Block in the Octane Academy finale. For Jason Rabe, Tyler Deal, and Greg Munder, the stakes are high. Win this challenge or go home.
It's all or nothing. You know, I made a lot of sacrifices to get to this point, so, you know, it's I gotta lay it all out on the table right now.
This is make it or break it for Jason.
We'll see if he's able to handle the pressure. It's for all the marbles. He's obviously got some tarmac experience. Oh, he just made a huge mistake.
Way wide. If he can clean it up here on his 2nd run, because he's going to need to hit everything perfect. Narrowly avoiding some cones right there.
That's the thing with this, like, finesse is actually a big part of this. Looks to me like he's just pushing too hard, which means that the car's just going wider than it should, and it's not the best, quickest line to the corners.
All right, well, there's Jason has done his 2 laps. Based on what we saw, he's going to have to get real lucky with the other drivers.
You know, the nothing to lose mentality could bite you too in the end, you know, just driving it too hard, over-driving the car. So we'll see what happens with the other guys. First one to go again, so we'll see how this plays out.
For someone like Jason, it's got to be quite nerve-wracking to know that he gets beat by one of these guys, he's out of the competition, not going into the final.
Greg needs to basically finish either 1st or 2nd in this competition to even have a chance of staying in it. So the pressure is on him right now, and Jason's going to be off to the side biting his nails.
He doesn't have as much racing experience as Jason. And I could tell that Jason had a little better lines as far as, like, you know, course racing lines.
A little wide on the turns. So this corner right here, this is the one that's the make or break.
It's one of them, that's for sure. See, he's learned
a lot smoother. Right
got a quicker line through there this time.
All right, here comes the e-brake section. Handbrake there.
Didn't lose too much time. He did quite good, I would say. No major mistakes.
Let's just say if I could go back out there and do it again, I certainly would. You know, seat time is everything here. Just from those 2 laps, I learned more and applied that to the next 2. If I had 2 more, even, you know, it'd be a different game. So it was fun and it was challenging. This is not like rally. This was a different car.
Finesse is going to get you around this course quicker with this car than aggression.
Yeah.
This is for all the marbles right here, right now.
So Tyler really having a lot of pressure on his shoulders.
When they're practicing, they seem to be driving smoother, not pushing so hard. But then when they get into the race laps, they are pushing too hard. You know, with a crappy line in the next corner.
Right.
These two guys in second and third, really, whoever wins between those two guys goes on.
Right. So this is a big one right here. Yeah. This race right now. Here we come into the final turn here through the finish line.
It's gonna be tight.
Wow.
I think it's gonna be tight.
There is some drama.
I feel like I could have done so much better out there. I don't know if it's enough to get me into the top 2. I mean, I've gotten this far and it would really suck to just not make it.
How do you think you did?
Terrible. Yeah.
Really? We both think we did incredible.
Yeah? Shut up. Nobody ever thinks they did good.
Okay, here we go. Kyle right now, he's already in.
But he can play a spoiler though.
He can.
Where he ends up. Not that he can intentionally spoil, but it will just be what it is, depending on how he finishes.
I'm just interested to see how he does in this course compared to everybody else. He does have a little bit different of a line, like you were saying.
Yep, I like it.
All right, well.
He's trying to line up the next straightaway better, which is good. I like to see that. I think that was probably the best one we've seen so far.
So Kyle done with his first lap here, coming into his second. Just watching that tire just lock up there in the back rear. Who is it going to be that's going to be joining him in the 4th and final challenge? Is it going to be Greg? Will it be Tyler? Will it be Jason? We see him come across the finish line on a very smooth run.
Very good. Definitely think he looked the best so far.
All right, guys, you just got done with the 3rd challenge. There was only one person that was safe in this challenge, and that was Kyle. So Kyle, you were a 134.7. Tyler, you were a 134.5.
Ooh, 2/10.
Greg, you were a 132.3. And Jason, you came in at a 137.3. Kyle and Greg, you are moving on to the 4th and final competition, where the winner of that will go on to represent Ken Block in the Octane Academy season finale. Congratulations, you guys.
Good luck.
Jason.
Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I set the bar high and I didn't exceed my own expectations. I felt like I really overdrove, the last challenge. Just pushing a little bit too hard, which bit me in the long run. Being a part of the whole Octane Academy was an awesome experience. I felt like I learned to adapt to some, different environments, with the dirt, the RallyCross portion of it, and a little bit of drifting. After the Octane Academy, I'm still pursuing my dream of, being a professional race car driver.
Being a part of Octane Academy was a really cool experience. It was a great opportunity to obviously meet the 4 professional drivers, and it was a great opportunity to make new friends. Everybody here, all 4 of us, we're really good drivers. We're all pretty equal on the playing field. I think there was just certain aspects of some challenges that really threw me off. As far as my future, I'm going to pursue racing, and I think the future for me is just going to provide a lot of challenges, and I'm going to have to overcome them and just break into racing in whatever it takes.
Coming up next.
Kyle versus Greg right now. This is for all the marbles. Oh, see, mistake.
The 4th and final challenge is the Gymkhana Grid Challenge. It's a best-of-3 competition in supercar lights. The first driver to win 2 heats will represent Ken Block in the Octane Academy finale.
One of the great things about Octane Academy too is that we actually brought out some real race cars for these guys to get into. It was really quite unique, especially doing a Gymkhana grid type setup. Putting 2 cars out there on a mirrored course. It's all about precision driving, but also it means sliding a car around, which is something I absolutely love to do. I started doing Gymkhana just because I wanted more experience in a race car. Gymkhana looked to me like a great thing that I could do here in Southern California. There was a small series of it. And the fact that it was all, sliding cars around on tarmac meant that I would not only get the seat time that I wanted for more experience, but then really learn to slide an all-wheel drive car around on sticky surfaces. I built a specific car to go out and do it, you know, as often as I could. And as soon as that car was done being built, the guy that was doing the series here in Southern California quit doing them. We had this great car and nowhere to go race it, so I went out and did some videos of practice and testing, and those just took off. Growing up as a skateboarder and a snowboarder, that's really where some of the stuff was born that I've done, that you see these videos online. One of the basic concepts of skateboarding videos sort of comes to life there. That is the idea of taking the best of what we do and putting it all together in this video part. These videos have been a great outlet of being able to go out and experience and do these things that I've just always wanted to do.
Gentlemen, congratulations for making it to the 4th and final challenge. The winner of this will move on to represent Ken Block at the Octane Academy season finale. We're going to be driving supercar lights. Ken, tell them what it's all about.
Yeah, well, we have 2 mirrored courses here, Gymkhana style, to where you guys will take off together and then do a series of obstacles, basic hairpins, the figure 8s, a donut box, and even a little 360 barrel here at the end before the finish.
Going into the final competition, it's just Kyle and I.
I think that in all honesty, he's probably going to crumble under pressure.
I ended up coming out on top on challenge 3, first place, fastest time, so I jumped from 3rd to 1st. I hope that plays through and have that lead to a victory. I was really kind of looking to go up against Greg. I don't think he has the most experience out here, especially not with all-wheel drive cars, and I know that's what the superlight cars are. So if I had to choose somebody to go up against, I would have to say I'd want to see Greg against me. It's do or die right now. This is it. This is what it's all been leading up to. I have to walk away victorious. This is my dream.
This is it. This is the main event. Good luck to both of you.
All right.
Kyle did very well in the rally. He came in first. He's used to the dirt stuff. I came in first on the tarmac. So this is kind of a combination of both. We are on tarmac, but we're using some of the principles of a rally car. So I think we both go in as very even competitors.
Kyle versus Greg right now, East Coast versus West Coast. This is for all the marbles. Kyle just needs to be smooth and smart here.
Greg is looking a lot better. Problem is he's behind, so.
Oh, see, mistake.
Oh, Greg got out of it clean.
That was intense.
Kyle Gagliardi takes the first heat. For Greg Munder, the pressure is on. He must win the next 2 heats to avoid elimination. Coming up next.
Oh, we got a spin out over here. Not easy doing what you do, is it?
Octane Academy is brought to you by Ford, Go Further, and by Ally Sports. Back at San Bernardino Airport, Kyle Gagliardi has won the first heat in the Gymkhana Grid Challenge. Now, Greg Munder must win the next heat or face elimination.
This is it. Anything can happen in this second race.
We got a spin out over here. Looks like Greg has spun out. Kyle's on a cone. There you go, Greg's back up and running. Kyle's already 3 turns in here. It's not easy doing what you do, is it? Good. So Kyle took that side pretty easily. Greg's still finishing up his lap.
I feel a bit sorry for Greg. Made a big mistake, just spun out, and it killed his entire run. That's the thing, he blew the first obstacle, lost a bunch of time, whereas Kyle just didn't have everything perfect, but got through everything quickly. That's what we want. We want to see someone rise to the top, and we're obviously seeing Kyle excel a little more than Greg.
I think the pressure got to me. I didn't stay calm, cool and collected like I talked about. It was one turn in particular that pulled the e-brake a little too much, spun the car and stalled, and it was just an eternity of waiting to fire it back up from there, and I just couldn't make it up.
Guys, 2 incredible races. One of them was so close. However, Greg, there was a critical error in that race there, and ultimately, it cost you the victory.
Being involved in the Octane Academy was incredible. I'm proud of myself that I got this far, that I made it to the tail end of Ken Block's camp, and I'll take it to my racing career and apply it to other areas of my life. Never count yourself out, never sell yourself short. If you put enough into it, put enough heart into it, you can get anywhere.
So, we have our winner. Kyle, you have won this challenge and won the right to represent Ken Block in the Octane Academy season finale. How do you feel, man?
That's sick. Holy, I don't want to curse, but it's crazy. Ultimately, you know, I came out on top, and I'm just so stoked.
Kyle really showed from the beginning that he has some very good skill in the car. He adapts well, he handles pressures well. He won 3 out of the 4 events, so I'm stoked to have him go on and battle the rest of the crew for the finale.
All right, well, a lot of pressure on you. Ken won last year. Could be up to you to win it again.
I'm super pumped. I'm going to be some tough competition for the other guys. I do know the skills that I possess, and they've stood true from the draft through Ken's camp to now, and they're going to carry through into the finale.
Camp winners Robert Strohmeyer, Jonathan Neeren, Burton Jenner, and Kyle Gagliardi will move on to the Octane Academy finale. They'll continue working with their pro drivers, honing their skills and preparing for the final challenges that will determine who will be the ultimate champion of this season's Octane Academy.
I mean, you're talking about going from thousands of people. I'm now one of the final 4. Now it's just closing the deal.
It's completely real now, like it's within grasp.
I came here to win. There's no 2 ways about that.
I want it maybe worse than anything I've ever wanted in life, and so that's gonna be a challenge for me.
Last year, I feel like Ken Block got lucky. Bottom line, this year's gonna be different.
Oh yeah, we're winning this thing.
Oh yeah, dog. This is no joke.
I feel like the driving level is much higher.
I mean, you gotta separate the men from the boys.
You're gonna get a quicker line out of it anyway if you just clean it up and stay in. Make it happen.
Struggling a little bit.
Look over here more. There you go. Get it out there.
Guy walking away, the champion. I want to see him at X Games one day. That's the ultimate goal.
Each of the final challenges has to be just evil.